What's up? What's up, everybody? It's J Rock representing the Power Jams DJ crew, the DJ Help Desk. Tonight we got a pretty good show going on. We're going to talk about what really is a DJ, or what type of DJ are you? My bad. What type of DJ are you? And also we're going to discuss. Wow, I got so much stuff on this agenda. And we got a couple of good topics. It's been raining and storming and lightning here. And so I'm like, on one hand, I'm looking out the window and like, okay, there's a lot of lightning. Hopefully we don't lose power mid-show. But I got a battery backup, so hopefully, and if we lose power, we still should be good. But tonight's topics are, what type of DJ are you? The second topic is know your worth. And then we're going to have an open mic discussion. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on my panel. What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on, everybody?
All right, good. How y'all feeling today, man?
All right.
All right. We're going to take it. I want to ask you, if you're not speaking, to mute your mics for me. And starting with DJ Spaz, D Spaz, you guys can take 2 minutes or less. Introduce yourself to the people. Then we can hop on into this thing.
What up, DJ Spaz, representing the 757 VA. Been doing it for so many years. Love what I do. Appreciate what I do and appreciate my work.
That's what's up. DJ Tony Rome.
DJ Tony Rome from the Boogie Down Bronx. Been in as far as the DJ realm over 30 years. Did a lot of residency, and right now I'm doing corporate events.
All right. And up next, we got the real DJ Red. It looks like he might be moving around. But yeah, we'll come back to him. All right, up next, I can't see the name. Is that Ellis?
The Kid.
Ken, what's up, man? Introduce yourself, brother.
What's up? This is the Kid, representing 662. Started from Mississippi, now reside in Georgia. Been in the game since '92.
All right. So since '92.
Since '92.
All right, that's what's up. And I'm J Rock. I'm J Rock. I'm in that the DMV. Currently residing in Maryland. Also from the Virginia 757 area. Representing that 757, that 410, and that good 202. So we got the go-go. We got the club music. Of course, we got Teddy Riley. Is Teddy Riley still making hits, y'all?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cough.
All right, I guess we can get on into this first topic. All right, the first topic is what type of DJ are you? So, hopefully he'll just stay off because he keep coming in and out. All right, so what type of DJ are you? D Spaz.
Well, I'm an open format DJ. Anything from top 40 to Motown classics to Elvis Presley, I could play it. I don't just download one genre of music. I download it all. I play all events, man. Any occasion, anywhere. It's no, I don't play that music, or I don't have that much of that music. I don't want to put myself in that type of box because I feel like you limit yourself when you put yourself in that box. And you don't want to do that because you're losing money by doing that. So.
True. Tony Rome?
So, basically, I'm a former club DJ. Did a lot of house music. Did a lot of club, Chicago style house music. Did a lot of old school hip hop. now I play corporate events where I do what Spaz does, play open forum. No matter what it is, I make sure that I'm just about knowledgeable in all formats, which is hard, especially when you got world music going around the web, especially they share it on SoundCloud. The corporate events I got into because I got kind of tired of doing clubbing and I got tired of doing what I call chicken dinner circuits. And with corporate events, I have my set rate. Everybody signs a contract and I have repeaters. I even have one repeater I've had for the past 15 years, which is a New Year's Eve party out in West Hampton, Long Island. And that's my biggest contributor. So that's basically what I do now.
All right, the kid.
I started out as club, mobile, moved up to radio, and right now, just like Spaz says, don't put a limit to yourself. I never did put a limit to myself. Whatever opportunity I had to get out there to be the next level, I moved or start to evolve to that next level. So now I'm entering the realm of turntablism and scratching and stuff like that. A lot of DJs don't like do that because they say that there's not a lot of money in learning how to scratch. So, that's fine with them, stay in your lane. But there's other levels to scratch DJs and turntablism that other people don't see. Like there's a lot of money that can be made in production stuff. Whether you have an artist that still wants to have a DJ to cut and scratch, touring. There's mixtapes that you can make. You can make cheerleading mixtapes, and you got other type of stuff that you can make to where people want to hear or they want their stuff mixed like a turntablist DJ. Then you always got the stuff like the DMC online, the Red Bull, whatever type of battles or whatever that is that's going on. And I always say, learn a little bit more than just a baby scratch. And you have some people that don't like scratching, but they cannot scratch to a baby on beat worth anything. So if anything, learn the basics. I mean, you may not want to get up as far as transforming or flares or anything like that, but at least learn something, improve your skill set a little bit more.
Exactly. All right, my approach to DJing has kind of morphed over the years. Originally started out as what some would call a quote-unquote a backyard DJ. And some of the OGs used to say that like it was an insult. But in those backyard parties and cookouts and stuff, it's like that's how I mastered my skill and paid my way through school and all that good stuff. But fast forward, coming out of DJ retirement, I would say that if I had to pick a category for DJ, it would definitely be an open format DJ. But as far as the type of clients that I go for family events, weddings, and corporate events. No particular order. But that's just the stuff that's fun for me now. As far as clubs and stuff, every now and then I do something in a club. As far as a mainstream bar, something like that, but not like a straight up hip hop club. I know my lane. Yeah, I know my lane.
Well, I want to say to what the kid said. I can scratch, I can do chirps, I can do flares, I can do all that stuff. But I never done it in a party. I mean, I might do it to like bring a beat in real quick, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it started blending, but like to stop the beat, and my type of clients don't call for that. You know what I'm saying? My type of clients. Now I done the clubs, I done the alley, I done clubs, I done it all. I done been a tour DJ for some popular big names. But and even during those times when I've done tours and you know stuff like that, I still didn't do all those things. I think it's good to know and good to have, but I don't think that will. Well, I can't say that. It depends on where you're trying to go in this music DJ thing, because like for me, I can do it, but I do it at home when I'm practicing, just to keep my skills up, just in case one of these young boys want to come at me. I still can get it in. I got my flair. I got my.
He keep the samurai sword shopping.
You know what I'm saying? I got it, but I never do it at a party. A party, especially a wedding, you're not gonna do it. That's my lane. You know, that's my lane. And you said you in Georgia, it might be different from here, from in Virginia where I'm at. And, you know, but that's my lane.
Now,
it's right on the floor, on the floor. But I don't use them. I mean, you know, I know my lane, and my lane is what keeps these lights on. And scratching don't keep lights on to me. Clubs don't keep lights on to me. Clubs, you might get $150 and a shot of Henny and a chicken wing or something. You know what I'm saying? I can't pay my bills for that. I can't. My mortgage is $1,500 by itself. I can't pay that off of $150 and a shot of Hennessy. I can't call Dominion Power and say, "Yo, I got this shot of Hennessy. You want that?"
I give you half of it.
You know what I'm saying? But not nothing towards you, the kid. I just know my lane. You know what I'm saying? My lane. That's my lane.
All right, DJ Red.
Yes, sir.
All right, what type of DJ are you? Welcome to the show.
A open format DJ. I'm down here in you might well say South Florida area, because I'm always between Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Palm Beach. I play open format. I very, very rarely do clubs, because the same thing what Spaz said. I got a mortgage and I got kids and mouths to feed, and that's not going to work for me. Been doing it for since 2008. Been doing it full time. Been DJing since 1980. 1990, 89, somewhere around 90 altogether. So most of the stuff that I do, professional parties, weddings. I don't do the club stuff too much because there's really no money involved. And down here, it's a lot of competition in the club, and that's why they're not making no money. Back in the days when we did clubs, we could eat off of it. Now, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So most of the stuff I do, again, is weddings, private parties, corporate events. In fact, I just had one of the Greek organizations just hit me up about a yacht party. So those are the type of stuff that I do.
You know why you could eat off the clubs back in the day? Because you was a kid and $150 to do a party was good money.
Nah, back then we wasn't making no $150 though. Now you be down here in Miami. I'm gonna just use strip club DJs for example. They start off with about $50.
$50?
$50. They start off at about that. I don't know what they're gonna get, but back in the days we used to get paid for the shift that we did. We got paid by the girls. Each girls that went up, we got paid by them also. Plus we got tips. Now I think the whole thing has switched up. So I mean, I haven't done no strip club DJ thing in a while, but I've had other younger DJs that asked me about it. Hey, I don't recommend it. I wouldn't even go that route.
I never done a strip club. Never in my life done a strip club.
Nah.
It's just that's somewhere I do not want to take none of my equipment.
Well, back then we didn't have to bring no equipment in there. It was just basically you bring in your I think we were playing records or CDs back then. So.
Yeah. All right, real quick, want to shout out the comment box, the chat box on YouTube. Shout out to Rodney Smith. What's up, fam? On my timeline, there is a video or maybe my Instagram of me doing some blends and stuff on the Rain 12s. So I'll see if I can find a video for you and share that. What's up, Eric Hardy? Thanks for tuning in. That's Bird Dizzle. Shout out to LeBron Liggins. Thanks for tuning in, fam. I got your message. I'm going to holler at you after the show. We're going to connect, see what we can make happen. Also, if you're a DJ and you're in the chat box, feel free to comment. Tell us what type of DJ you are, what type of gigs you like, what type of gigs you like. All right.
Just a comment off the clubs real quick. In New York, back in the day, it was a different realm. Club DJs got paid. I would tell you, especially if you do residency in the big five like Palladium, Bentley's, Latin Quarter, Red Parrot, Roseland.
Those were different though.
Yeah, but
you were at Latin Quarters. You not just anybody came in those clubs to DJ though. That's the thing.
But see, I was lucky enough and blessed enough that I had residency at Red Parrot for about 3 years.
See, but people that's just like saying like the Tunnel, places like that. Everybody didn't DJ at like big names like Funk Flex DJ'd at the Tunnel,
right?
All those clubs you just named. The average cat couldn't get in it.
Very true. But if you were lucky enough, and there were a few that made the rounds, like Vega made the rounds, Tony Humphrey made the rounds, and they made names of themselves where they just recorded records. Like Men at Work is probably the biggest production out there as far as DJs is concerned. No. Vega, even if you remember, Vega was up for a Grammy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. I was very upset when he didn't win. I said, dang, he almost opened the door for us.
See, but that's the thing, though. It's like now, like back in the day, I guess I've always been, quote unquote, a mobile DJ. But early on, I learned that setting up and DJing for other people really wasn't where the money was at. And so me, my brothers, my sisters, my mom, dad, we would get together and we would throw parties. So we would rent the buildings, we would do the promo, we would make the money off the door and keep it moving. Then that kind of grew into promoting shows and bringing people down and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I guess in fast forward to, we'll say, post vinyl days, post Serato days, where it's easier to get into the DJ business. I would say it seems like now the promoters have more of the drawing, the power. Like the power has transitioned from the DJ to the promoter. What do you guys think about that?
I can comment. With that being said, with the DJs and the promoter, well, down here I would say South Florida, I know a lot of DJs, and majority of them, I'm gonna put it like this: very few of them are really good, and the promoters are only hiring certain ones not because of how they play, but because of their name.
Okay.
If you can understand me on that one, there's a lot of DJs right now that I know that they're okay, but would I pay to go listen to them? No, and I'm very picky about.
You're a DJ though, you gotta look at it that way. I feel that way about a lot of DJs, but
yeah, but I mean, if
you're gonna pick out the obvious.
Yeah, go ahead.
I say you're a DJ, so you're gonna pick out the obvious. But for that DJ to go in that club and make that kind of money, he gotta have a following. So that's why the promoter want him, because he got a following. And they're following him for a reason. They like the way he play. So, you can't say he's not good. He's not good to you because you're a DJ and you're gonna pick up his transitions. You're gonna pick up where he should have played this instead of that. The people that's in the crowd, his following, they don't know. They don't know what should have came after that.
I'm so much of a critic on myself. I would never play the same set twice. And with one of the other DJs that I know down here, he put it like this: he's very, very predictable. And anybody that has come up under me, I've always told them never do the same set twice, never be predictable. And I'm gonna give you an example on something. We went and played somewhere else before in Orlando, and he didn't have his laptop. He played off of mine, and I'm sitting there with another DJ from Orlando, which now he's up in DC now. I said, "Oh, he's going to play this next," and the guy's looking at me like, "Is he playing with an external hard drive on your laptop?" I'm like, "No." "Oh, he's going to play this next." And he's still there looking, and you're like, well, how do you know? I know his routine. He's very predictable.
Well,
And I wouldn't pay money to go hear someone that's just that predictable. It's not a concert where you're going to listen to Mary J. or Frankie Beverly Amazing. You know their songs. That's different.
I got several fallback sets that I could play. I have them that I know I can play this, and this, and this, and the crowd will be jumping.
See,
right.
I think every DJ should have that.
See, the crazy part for me though is like the type of gigs we do, and in the DC market, it is so many people, and so it's like I could be at 5 events Monday through Friday and won't see the same people twice. So they wouldn't know, but not saying that I would do the same set, because the way I like to spin, I like to look at the crowd, read the crowd, and play for the audience. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny that you say being predictable, because it's like we had a conversation a while back about crates, and you should have your main set that you do or whatever. I'm like, even if I might build a set or have it built, I might play 2 songs out of it. Then I'm gone. Because I like to play out the crowd.
I do the same thing. I play off the crowd. And, all right, perfect example. Like when I transition, like I know what set I could play. And when I'm ready to transition to old school, I could play the 50 Cent. I get, that I get money, and I can loop that part and bring in the top billing. You know what I'm saying? Or the same set that I'm pretty sure a lot of DJs use when when Montel Jordan be playing, and like, let's take it back to the old school. You can come back. So there's several ways you can do things that, I'm pretty sure you have a way, Red, to where you can switch up your sets, right?
Yeah, I got certain folders like you were saying. I got certain folders that I could play with and fool around with them, but I switch a lot of stuff up all the time. I might even hear somebody do something like, oh, you know what? Yeah, that transition was hot, or that mix was hot, or whatever. And I'll take it and I'll switch it up and make it work for me then.
Yeah.
But the go and hear a DJ play the same set, almost as if he's playing from just that one folder
every weekend or whatever.
Every gig you hear him, it's the same thing, and he's very, very predictable.
Or it's like somebody shared a dope folder in one of the Facebook groups. Everybody playing that folder.
Everybody got that folder.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, I want to shout out the YouTube chat box. We got Abdul Berry. He says he started DJing about 3 months ago. He's still developing his style, trying to figure out what type of DJ he is. Abdul, do me a favor. We got a group on Facebook, the Empower DJ Network, and also we got DJ Software and Tech. You could join those groups. There's a lot of good info. I'm going to put the link to them in the bottom in the description after the video. We got my homie right there, Martin, Retro Class Entertainment. He says he's an open format DJ. He do mostly school events, weddings, and corporate gigs. 90% weddings. He making all the money. Oh, what's up, Sanders Consultants? Thanks for tuning in, brother. He said he's a horrible DJ. But he's a real smart guy, though. I think he's based out of the Bahamas.
Wow.
What's up? We got my homie John Caniford tuning in. Appreciate you, bruh. And of course, Rodney Smith. Now, switching gears a little. Another thing we wanted to discuss was knowing your worth. And that kind of ties into the type of DJ you are. And really also your goal if you DJing for fun, or if you DJing for a business, you're a full-time DJ. Like me, myself, DJ Beloved, and I, over the last, I would say, 18 months, we've been transitioning from being DJs to being event production specialists. And so that's a whole nother realm of quote-unquote DJ work. Doing the lighting, trussing, and things of that nature. Now with a topic that comes up a lot, you see it in all the different Facebook groups is, oh, this person only charged $200. He's a bottom feeder, da 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 da. But if you think about it, that person that's charging $200 for a 4-hour gig, that's $50 an hour. That person may also just be doing it for fun, where it's $200 extra. Or they could have a job where they make $18 an hour or $12 an hour. So then they DJing, that $50 an hour is like, wow, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, but the type of quote unquote DJ you are, if you position yourself in your business, you really don't have to worry about that. Because in my experience, I haven't seen the $200 DJs being picked for a lot of weddings or big corporate events or big homecomings and proms and stuff. So I don't worry about that too tough. It's mostly in the type of DJs that do the clubs and things of that nature, in which DJing in the club can be fun. I'm not gonna lie, but I just know that it's not something that a business opportunity that I'm pursuing at the moment, as far as being a club DJ. Now, I will rent out a club and bring a headliner down and promote a party in the club in a heartbeat.
Well, I wasn't knocking it.
Yeah.
I wasn't knocking doing the club. It's
I know.
Name. It's just not my name. Some people love clubs. That what's get them hype. And I've been there, and it does get you hype, but it's just not my lane.
Yeah, clubs now is different.
I'm 40, almost 45. I don't need to be in no club.
It's like nowadays in the club, I don't have my phone with me. That's scary. This is being lit. This is partying. Stirring up at the phone. You're live on IG or Snapchat or whatever. Back in the, I hate saying back in the day. It made me feel so old.
Why? Embrace it, man. Okay.
But back in the day.
Thank you.
People used to sweat in that joke. They used to party. And so I just can't rock off to the whole staring at the phone thing. But that's
everybody used to rock out to their Jerry curls and be drippity drips all over the dance floor.
I don't know about no Jerry curls.
Man, you used to go there, just go to the club just to battle and break dance.
Look, I'm glad a lot of my
excuse me. But to spin back off of the club thing, clubs were like a testing ground for you. If you are lucky and blessed enough to do clubs, not even talking about residency, I'm talking about club here, club there. I did that in the beginning just to get my feet wet and get my name out there. Because when you did clubs, half of your job is DJ and the other half is promotion. It's just getting out there and let people know who you were. I passed out so many flyers and business cards that and there was a time where I had a 30-minute CD that I passed out for free just to get my name out there. And it kind of worked. I made 1,000 CDs, and in the space of about 30 to 45 days, I passed them all out. And I just didn't obviously give it away. I gave it out to key people who had a store, people who were students or on a campus. That was big money back then. People asked me to always do parties at campuses back then, but clubs were like a proving ground. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And I agree with that with that statement, because it's like fresh out of retirement. I think it was like 2013. DJ Beloved and we took a residency in like a mainstream bar for like 5 months, and that's where it was like, all right. Well, we sharpened our skill set, being able to go from hip hop to pop to rock to country, and Beloved, she's a excellent selector, so she know all the music, the classic rock, and all that good stuff.
Oh, your wife is a beast when it comes to blends, man.
Yeah, but just bringing it forward into being able to do our best job, we took that residency just to sharpen the skill set. And I recommend anybody, if you're not familiar with a genre of music, study that music and take those type of gigs, and you'll be sweating and do your homework, and you'll get sharp.
But as far as knowing your worth, it all depends on how you feel about it. Like, there's a good friend of yours, J Rock, who took over a few of your Facebook pages, and he gave an explanation about why it's good to take the gigs that were paying a little bit lower than what you are used to. And I understood it, but in the same realm, I say, me, I'm different because I've been in it for so long. I know exactly what I can get. I just wait on it. And what I decided to do after a certain period of time, after I turned 50 a few years ago, I decided that I'm just going to do corporate events where I have repeats. And out of the 5 that I do every year, I do take on, a wedding or like Cinco de Mayo did just pass. I'll do those. But when it comes to anything else, I just stick with those basic 5, and it actually pays the bills. It does everything that I needed to do. So it all depends on where you are as far as a status, as far as your business is concerned. Me, I'm doing it more ancillary than as a main job because I have 2 other jobs that I do. I do it because I still have love for the game, and I can still make money out there. My name does mean something out there to a few people. So
Yeah, see, and that's a good point. It's like the way I look at it, as with any type of business, you got to set some goals, some business objectives. For example, I know every month I want to sell at least 3 streaming gigs. Every month I want to sell 2 weddings at least. And it's like 1 or 2 other type of gigs that we want to do. Because there's so many different services. How can I put this? I'm the type of person, I only do what I enjoy doing, and I figure out how to monetize it. So to make sure I can do all the stuff I like to do throughout the month, I set sales goals for each one of those things. And once I reach that goal, all my DJ slots are full for the month. I'm focusing on selling streaming. And so it's like, but those sales goals, one, will help you, one, be able to forecast your budget, plan out your expenses, and give you some level of success. You can see progress. Like another DJ, his goal might be to DJ 5 gigs every week.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea with the 5 gigs per week. But I mean, I used to do stuff like that before, but I've gotten down to the point that I'm doing a little bit less gigs than what I was doing back in the day. Versus now, I'm doing less work now, but I'm getting paid more now.
Exactly.
See, that's the
as
thing.
Saying,
you can do a lot of work, or you can make a lot of money. You don't necessarily got to do a lot of work to make a lot of money.
Right. As far as what you were saying about the sit down and do the finances, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was the last person that anybody wanted to deal with as far as dealing with money. I will blow money, get paid for a gig, go buy some equipment. It was done. But now, I would say over the last years or so that I've been doing it full time. Now I have to watch my money that I spend, but at the same time, I take vacation when I want to take vacation. Doing less work, but making more money.
Yep.
And a lot of the other DJs now are trying to figure out, well, how are you doing this and how are you doing that? This past Saturday, I took a picture of me sitting behind my Pioneer console, the SX2, and posted on Instagram. And a guy DM'd me and was like, you were only one of the very few professional DJs that I know down in Miami area still. I said, all right, yeah, I took it. Thanks as a comment. I said, but don't take it for granted. I said a lot of this stuff, it looks easy, but it's not. And that's what separates me from most of, I guess, what we would call the backyard DJs.
Yeah. See, and the thing is, it's like you gotta you gotta look at your goals, your business, and this because only you can determine, you know, how much money I need to make to pay my bills. And so if all I need is X amount of dollars, that's what I'm gonna focus on. But it's like a friend of mine, he posted a formula. Brian, you take the amount of gear, the total cost of the gear, and you divide it by X number of gigs, and that'll tell you how much you need to charge per gig to cover your gear. And so, for example, if you taking out $10,000 worth of gear, you should at least, just to cover the gear, try to take 5% of what that gear costs and add that to the price, and then add what you want to pay yourself per hour, and then your gas, your insurance, your website, you know, all of that stuff. And it's like, cause I heard a joke that really made me upset, and it was, if you want to rent a high quality sound system for cheap, hire a DJ.
Hire a DJ.
And when I heard that, I was like, I was hot. I took offense to it, you know, as a DJ. And it's like, but then I thought about it, and I actually checked with Guitar Center. It was like, all right, how much do they charge to rent a system? You can get two K12s, a 181, and a controller for like $200 rental.
Okay.
And so if you're a DJ and you're taking your stuff out for $200, you know, you're DJing for enough to pay for a rental.
Mm-hmm.
If that client went to do it themselves, which is becoming a thing now. Some people are going and renting some stuff.
Yeah, I've seen it all the time. But since we are talking about Guitar Center, when that falls into the sea in the next whatever months they're going to actually be in business for, where do we go?
Yeah, see,
Mm-hmm.
I stopped going to Guitar Center a long time.
I still have a love for Guitar Center. I don't never have a problem, except for that one time I told you about. I only have no problems with it.
I haven't actually been in a Guitar Center store in years. Most of my shopping that I do is either online, or there's another store here which is competing with Guitar Center here in Miami, and I know the owner. I graduated high school with him, so I go and support his business.
So what's funny, every 18 months we upgrade our light show, right? And so that just happened, I want to say last September. And so Guitar Center is like 10 minutes from my house. I said, you know what, I'm going to go to Guitar Center. So I went to Guitar Center, and I said, I want to get some lights, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm talking to the guy, and so he says, well, you know, I got to do list price. I said, really? I said, but I'm trying to buy. And he looked at me. Guitar Center only cares about the 98%.
Ooh.
I said, what does that mean? The 2% of Guitar Center customers are experienced and know how to buy gear. You know, we don't worry about them. We focus on the 98% that are inexperienced, that are laymen, who we could pretty much sell anything to.
Wow, he actually admitted that?
Yeah, and so I was like, you know what? Thanks for the info. And I walked out of that place.
Hold on. What did you say, yo?
Yeah, repeat that again.
All right, he told me Guitar Center only cares about the 98%. The 98% of their customers who don't know about gear and pricing and how to get deals and stuff. The 2% of the people like me, they don't want to focus on.
Wow.
And so they are willing to lose the 2% to focus on the 98% that they can sell stuff for at list price.
That's pitiful.
That's very pitiful. I wouldn't have never admit nothing like that.
And so it's funny. I left the store. Excuse me. I left the store with my little wife at. With my really huge budget that I had to buy moving heads. And I bought those moving heads elsewhere. So fast forward to March. I was, everybody knows I'm building a video rig. And I said, hey, I need a case. I'm going to run to the Guitar Center. I went to the Guitar Center. I said, hey, I want this case. You got it in stock. Da-da-da-da-da. It's 25% off. Nah, I can't do that. So I said, what? I said, it's on the website, 25% off. Well, I don't believe you. I said, can you check the computer? It's the same guy.
Ooh.
And so I left. I went and bought the case at Washington Music Center for less than I would have paid with the 25%. And so the next day, I said, you know what? I got to go talk to a manager. I went, spoke to the manager, and I told him what happened. Then I saw the guy, and I said, you're the same person that told me Guitar Center don't care about the 2%. But what I did, I hit record on my phone, and I stuck it in my pocket and had the camera facing out.
Whoa.
And the guy says, yeah, I remember that day. I probably shouldn't have said that, huh? But that's what. But it's something to the effect of, it's true.
Wow.
And I'm sorry. So I got the video that I never posted. I don't plan to post it.
You should.
I just don't go to the Guitar Center. I can't. And you're wondering why they're filing for bankruptcy.
Right. Did you ever open a corporate account with Guitar Center?
It was funny. Back when I had my recording studio, and it was a group of guys working in the Guitar Center at the time. They just looked out for me. They was giving me pricing way better than that. But fast forward, like I would say 1% of my DJ and lighting business came from the Guitar Center. And they're 5 to 10 minutes from my house.
I got a question. Being that we're talking about Guitar Center, where do everyone shop at? Is everyone actually shopping at Guitar Center all the time?
You mean physically or just in general?
Just in general.
General, I think most of us do stuff online. EGI Pro, Sweetwater. Okay. I do B&H Photo here in New York because I can go out there. It's over in the near the Jacob Javits Center. So one of my offices is right near there, so I can order online and go pick up.
I support the Washington Music Center in Wheaton, Maryland. Chuck Levins, a.k.a. Excellent service. The guy, Randy, excellent service. The only time I buy from other people is if he don't have it. Okay.
Yeah, because I guess I'm pretty much the same way. I do most of my stuff online, whether it's AGI, Z Sounds, or AMS or whatever. If it's something that I need right away, then I got two other places here locally that I go get it from. One of them is a little bit higher than the other one, but the other one is usually the guy that I went to school with. I go get it from him. The last time that I went and bought a mixer or tried to buy a mixer from Guitar Center, and I called him. I was like, "Hey, you willing to do price matching?" And he was like, "Yeah, what you got?" I gave him the model. He said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm at Guitar Center." He said, "Bro," he said, "come on here and I make it worth it for your time and your gas to come and get it."
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I told Guitar Center about that. Hey, are you willing to do price matching? And it was like, well, who's got it? Space Music down in Miami. Are you willing to do that? Like, nah, we can't do it. All right, I'm out of here. So I haven't been in Guitar Center in months. If I go in there, it's just to look around or whatever, and that's it. And most of the sales guys, I think have a fear of me coming in there from the fact that I did go in there for an interview one time for a job, and the manager was like, "Well, why should I hire you?" I said, "Why you shouldn't hire me?" I said, "Why would you still have these other guys working here when half of them don't know the equipment that they're selling?" And when we started getting into that, he was like, "Well, what do you know about amplifiers?" And I started throwing numbers at him. Oh, well, this amp does this at 8 ohms, 4 ohms, and 2 ohms, and you can run it at this. And none of his guys could answer none of those questions. They would have to go back and look.
Wow.
Yeah, but yet they're the ones with the jobs.
See,
and the only reason why I didn't take it was because they would want me to work on Saturdays, and Saturdays is my money days, whether I'm doing corporate stuff, the weddings and all that, and I can't give that up right now.
See, but it falls back into the prime question, the prime statement, knowing your worth. You know, you got to know if me being a part of the 2% is not worth anything to them, why would I continue to spend my money there or recommend people to go there and buy stuff?
I don't refer anyone to go there now.
Y'all gave me something to think about. I need to reevaluate my relationship with Guitar Center. But as I said, it's one of the places when I needed something quick, I just go over there. I know what I'm getting, and I go there and get it. I know what the pricing is, and I deal with the guys who do the corporate rates. So I may order it online and go pick it up.
They probably a little bit better, more experienced.
Only problem I had with Guitar Center was when I was buying my K12.2s, I had a spot online, KPO DJs, that was gonna give it to me for like $732 a piece, right? So I went to Guitar Center to see. I was just gonna cough up the money at first. I was gonna pay the regular price. I wanted them that day, so it was $7.99 a piece. So I went there and I was asking about. He said, "Oh, we're a price match." So I said, "Bet." He said, "Let me go see if we got them in stock." So he goes to the back. He was like, "Nah, we out of them." He said, "So," I said, "I can get it for $732, free shipping." He said, "I bet." He said, "Well, how you feel about the floor models?" I said, "If I can get them cheaper than the $732 because they're floor models." He went in the back. He came back out. No, he called his manager. He hung up the phone. His manager said, "All right, yeah, we can sell you the floor models. Remember, the brand new ones were $732. Mm-hmm. He said we could do these for $720.
Wow.
$720 for used? I said, "Nah, I'm good, man. I appreciate it, but I'm good."
Now, real quick, in the YouTube chat box, DJ YZ says the Guitar Center hooked him up on his 72, though. So he ain't mad. He happy as a mug right now. He's happy. Now, I felt like we talked about a lot of stuff. In the closing of the Knowing Your Worth topic, you guys got anything you would like to say to the viewers watching, to the up and coming DJs? And I don't want to get people to get it twisted and thinking that when we say, $200 is a bad thing or whatever, it's like only you can decide what's good or bad for you. Because like I said all the time, if the kids is hungry,
I'm there for $200.
I'm there for $125.
Better believe it.
But
all I gotta say
I
is
manage my business in a way so that the kids aren't hungry, though.
That's right. All I gotta say is about the knowing your worth is exactly what we're saying. Know your worth. I mean, if you go out there and you spending do a 4 or 5 hour party for $100, they're gonna treat you like you're only getting $100. They know your worth. Is all I'm saying. If you feel like you went out there, you said Guitar Center sold you that 72. That 72 was $1,800. So that means you're worth more than $50. You're worth more than $100. Know your worth, man. Don't take any less than you feel you worth. The time you put in downloading music, organizing music, setting up, carrying equipment. Know what you're worth, because guess what? If you don't treat yourself like what you're worth, the next person not going to treat you what you're worth. So you got to know your worth, man.
Exactly. And plus, you got to look at the type of gigs. You know, of course, a backyard cookout is not going to be $1,000 gig.
True.
A backyard cookout is going to be a backyard cookout price.
Mm-hmm.
And during the summer, I think all of us might, well, not all of us, but some of us might do 1 or 2 backyard cookouts because it's fun. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like a backyard family get together and grandma back there electric sliding and they want to hear Clarence Carter. Ooh,
Yeah.
Clarence Carter.
it.
You know, but that's why I said you got to balance it out. But on the flip side, when we say $200, we're saying don't go and do an event that typically pays $1,500 and charge $200.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to do a $200 type event for $200.
Right.
But when we say that's what we're trying to elaborate is to, like, for case in point, it's a gig that we do. We see the client every year, and that client got like a $7,000 budget for lights, and so for another person to come in and try to bring lights, that's it. That gig is coming up in 3 weeks actually. For another person to come in and try to do lights and charge $500 or $1,000, that's the low ball DJ to me. So you gotta know the type of gig and how much those gigs pay before you start sending out prices. I'm gonna start yapping.
Okay. I'll piggyback off of what Spaz about knowing your worth. The best way I tell you is to tell you a little story about how I bridged over to corporate events. So one day somebody asked me to do their wedding and it was in a very upscale club. And they told me I had to be bonded. Now, I had my little bonding insurance of $2 million. They said, that's not enough. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, have you seen the size of the room that you got to do? I said, yeah. And I had decided that I was going to rent some equipment because at that time I didn't own enough equipment as far as the power is concerned. And I said, yeah, I got enough. He said, well, we need you to actually have about $4 million worth of insurance. I said, and I looked around and said, is this place worth $4 million? I was like, where do they think I'm going to blow this shit up? So when I went outside and I saw some guys in the parking lot who do the catering, they said, excuse me, are you Tony Rome? I said, yeah. How you know? I said, oh, I've been to your club, man. I said, what were they trying to tell you as far as the insurance? I said, well, they said I need $4 million. They said, this place is worth about 10. And you should understand about the place that where the grounds are, where you playing at. The people for the wedding are actually giving them about $6,000 to actually rent out that little spot back there. That changed my perception very well. So I ran to Prudential and upped my insurance to $4 million. Ever since then, I said, ooh, I like corporate events. Let me see what I could do. And at that event, I passed out business cards, magnets, envelopes, tote bags, wherever I put something out of a budget that I was doing, I just really went out and just told people who I was. And some people found out who I was. And from that, I ended up getting a lot of gigs. If I had took the initiative and that said, you know what, I'm not going to do this gig if they're asking me to up my insurance. But that simple $150 extra a year was the best thing that I ever did. Knowing your worth pays. Do all the little things to get to where you are and just find out exactly what other DJs and what other companies are charging. Like one of the things I can't stand, and I know y'all all know about Thumbtack. Yeah. Thumbtack are pimps.
Thumbtack, it's a couple of them I use. Hey, this one I use. Oh man, you can make a living off it, yo.
Yeah, but you should see
you gotta inbox that.
What they get compared to what you get out of it. So
now real quick, in the chat box, Abdul Barry says, how much should a starting out DJ charge in general? That's because
you're starting out don't mean just because you're new to it don't mean you don't know if I'm new, right? Say I'm new, and I went out and I bought my range set up. I bought some K12.2, some 181s, some Chauvet lights, and I spent all this money, and I'm in here practicing. I might not never done a gig, but I'm in here practicing every day. You trying to tell me I'm not worth that money?
Yeah.
That was rhetorical, right? Okay.
See, it boils down to this. Look at your investment and figure out how long you want it to take for you to make your money back.
Mm-hmm.
And how much does it cost you to get to the gig, and the minimum amount you want to make yourself. I kind of look at it kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm. It's like, I know it costs me to do a gig. It costs me to get a gig.
Yeah.
Each
does.
gig costs me to get. Because if you look at the promo videos, you look at the ads, you look at the websites, you know, the business cards, it costs you to get those gigs. So you just want to make sure you're making your money back and you're pricing yourself as aggressively as you need to for the given gig.
Hey, the kid wanted to say something, man.
Yeah, the reason that I was brought in on this discussion because I had a couple posts that I had Mr. Reed to pop up in. I asked him a question, and he didn't know exactly what it was. The question to you guys: do you know what an entertainment mobile DJ is?
Yeah.
Or do you consider yourself? Yeah. And if you do know what it is, do you consider yourself in that class?
I do.
Okay. Enlighten me. Tell me, because a lot of people don't know.
To me, if you want an entertainment DJ, how much is first of all, how much is the budget? Because the budget had to be for an entertainment DJ.
No, you said it. See, it seems like you don't know because a lot of people think that when I mean by, and it took me a while to try to classify as for what an entertainment mobile DJ is. Now, you've heard of Mobile Beat magazine, right?
I never heard of them. I never heard of them.
Have you ever read or?
Yeah, I heard of them.
Those are entertainment mobile DJs. Those are the DJs that get the high-end weddings, the high corporate gigs that have like hundreds of thousands in equipment. And, you know, mostly what they do are gigs. They do gigs all around. They don't have regular full-time jobs. That's what they do. Their company is what they do. They have large-scale corporate type of stuff that they do. And a lot of people didn't understand it. And also what I talked to Mr. Reed about is that they're part of organization. Even before they spend money on equipment, insurance, anything else, they put $5 to $8 grand in other stuff, like becoming parts of organizations, like what was one, I think the American DJ Association, and then there's a couple bridal associations. At the end, they go to meetings, seminars, they buy tapes, they do all this stuff to market their brand differently than what other DJs do. So a lot of people didn't understand that when I meant entertainment mobile DJs, those are the guys that they have their little setup, they have their little facades, their little banners or whatever, but they have all this big production stuff, and they charge the minimum $1,500.
I'm not understanding you saying all this stuff they have, all the stuff you saying they have. I know I have. I know J-Rock have. I know Tony Rome have. I know I know Red have. So what do you? I mean, I'm not understanding what you're saying. They have.
It's the extra beyond that. It's the learning.
But they all got to come with a budget first. If you can't go to them and say, I got $1,000, but I want the works. You got to go to them with your budget first. Now, if you come to me with my budget and say, I got $3,500, you're going to get TV screens. You're going to have the works.
But see, it's more beyond that. It's a whole education, and that they're in organizations. So when they don't see the $200, the $500, the $800 gigs. They see the gigs that's like up in the thousands because they're part of these organizations like Wedding Wire and so forth, to where they're getting those high-paying gigs.
I think they're getting those higher-paying gigs because of the fact that they're spending more money on the advertisement. I follow them all the time.
They're like Samsung.
Yeah. They spend more money on advertisement. One of the guys, I forgot his name, the short guy, he usually does the proms and all the other stuff there. I've met him personally, spoke with him a couple of times. And from what I've seen, from what he has, which American DJ usually gives him all of the stuff up front from the try it out, lighting gear and stuff like that. Most of that stuff I have, whether it's ADJ or Chauvet or whatever, most of that stuff I have. So, I mean, the only difference is that they're spending more money on advertisement, and that's why they're probably getting that. But as far as equipment wise, it's not too much different. I've seen his work personally.
And so, I think what the kid is saying is like, they may not be marketing themselves as straight up DJs, but more as entertainment companies.
There you go.
And as an entertainment company,
that's what I've been doing now.
Okay.
And that's why I stopped with putting just the DJ part on there. And part of my company name is Sound Tight Entertainment, where I'm not just doing DJs. You want lighting, you want the screens and stuff like that. We do all of that, but I don't label myself as a DJ. I label myself as an entertainer.
See, the thing that came up was the way that started, because here in Atlanta, there's two different groups, and I'm a part of each of the groups. There's a group that exists with the entertainment DJs. I'm not going to mention that name. And then there's several other groups. And I noticed that when the migration of that entertainment group came into like an average group, that that they were clashing because they was mentioning a lot of stuff that a lot of people wasn't familiar with. And I'm like, okay, if you're gonna tell people, if people are making $500 on a gig, or if they're doing gigs or weddings for $500 to $800, and you say, okay, you need to upgrade your pricing to $1,500 to $2,500, explain how. Give some information. So after a week of going through this, mentioning this several times, okay, you telling this person that they need to just all of a sudden change and ask for more with what they've been getting or what people are familiar with. You tell them ask for more. How? Tell them how.
You got to offer more.
How. So the only thing that after about a week or so, the only information that he was able to give, you have to buy this person's CD. To where they explain the band.
They're hustling.
Stuff like it's basically you have to go to this. There was one just recently, a seminar. The seminar was almost $700, but only open for 10 people. Only 10 people was available, and it was posted maybe 2 or 3 months before the event, and I guess probably round to about the last few days, they may have filled up to where I think 3 spots or whatever was open, but nobody don't see what the benefit of doing that if you're not going to tell them, why should I spend $700 to hear this guy talk for 2 days when I may already know the stuff, or it's available for me. I just need to do my research.
See, but the thing is,
with the entertainment DJs, they go more into marketing, and I can give you some of the organizations later. I post them to Mr. Reed. I don't know if he still have them, but there was like, I posted maybe like 5 or 6 of them, abbreviations. And how many were you familiar with? Maybe 1 or 2?
Like 3, like 2 or 3.
I know one of them was American DJ Association, and the other one was a National DJ something association. But there was other ones, even to the point to where a lot of them were specifically for DJs that were involved with weddings. There were some organizations that you were involved with that deal with weddings, which most of the DJs from out of that group or entertainment DJs, the only thing they do the high paying stuff, which is weddings and corporate events.
Yeah.
And most of them, they won't do anything below 1,500 is like $100 DJ.
As far as those organizations, there was the ADJA,
Yep.
is NAME, is ABC, is BAOA, is CWPA.
Bridal. That's a wedding with bridal something. I know the B one was a bridal.
Then it's ODJA. And also, you got to look at it like this too. Each person got to look at their clientele. And so if you've been, let's say if you grew up in Chicago and you've been DJing in Chicago for 12 years and people used to paying you $400. If you turn around and tell these same people that you want 3 times that, a lot of those people are going to look at you like you're crazy, like, you getting brand new on me. What did you mean? I don't need that. And so, so you got to be prepared to lose people that may have been rocking with you for a while if you want to go after the bigger money.
Exactly.
Coming out of DJ retirement, I didn't grow up in the DC area. I wasn't known in the DC area for DJing. And so, DC, Baltimore. And so it was like, when we came on the scene, we set our prices. We didn't have no history of charging X amount to compete with. And so our prices was our prices. And my wife, I love her to death because she handles all the pricing. And so she set the pricing, and I looked at her like she was crazy. We're going to charge what? This is how she shut me down. 2 days later, she sold the first gig, charging the price. But in retrospect, she was more connected to I was connected to the quote unquote, the art, the culture. She was more connected to the business side of things. And she had already looked to see what people are charging for stuff. And so she said, you got to determine. We could do low-paying gigs or we could do high-paying gigs. And but the service that we're going to deliver is going to warrant that money. People are not going to have a problem paying it. Well, some people not going to have a problem paying it because it's like, when it boils down to the whole entertainment thing, when you hire Wow Event Solutions, you're not just hiring the Power Jam DJs. So we had to switch stuff around a little bit. Power Jam DJs is my wife and I. That's our DJ name that we go by. Our business is Wow Event Solutions. Wow Event Solutions provide DJs, which happens to be Power Jam's DJ, which happens to be DJ JB, happens to be a DJ D-Spice, for example. So we could bring in any hard-working, trustworthy DJ that we know to service any of the Wow Event Solutions clients. The key business for Wow is event production. Your event needs staging, lighting, power. We can bring all that. So I'm not even marketing it as a DJ. And so it just depends on, you got to look at your business goals and decide what are your priorities. If you want to make money, a lot of money, you're going to have to do like the kid said. You're going to have to expand beyond just send up 2 turntables and a mic. Because there's a lot of talented DJs with 2 turntables and a mic. On the flip side of that, I know DJs that's making a lot of money and don't bring not 1 turntable, not 1 controller. Will bring a laptop and a mic and rock off that laptop and make $1,000 a night.
EDM.
Hey, J-Rock, got a question for you. when you started to expand, was it because you saw your profit margin leveling off and you needed to actually do something to increase it?
We started to expand because I got tired of hearing this. Oh, I know a DJ. I know a DJ. I know a DJ. Oh, yeah, my cousin a DJ. I know a DJ. Yep. I know a DJ.
That's my reason, Tone, why
my man's a DJ.
I'm in the process of expanding. That's my reason right there. I saw that DJing only can get you here.
Right.
DJing was painted with such a broad paintbrush.
Yeah. But if you think about it, most of those turntablist DJs, all they coming with is a pair of turntables and a mic.
Yep. Very true.
And it's not knocking it. It's if that's what you want to do, it's your prerogative. Just do it the best you can and charge accordingly to the type of event.
Yep.
Now, as far as the entertainment company, entertainment DJ, I would say Wow Event Solutions is an entertainment/production company. We focus more so on the production side. It's funny, I used to run my wife and I ran a recording studio, and it was such and such entertainment. And we changed the name from such and such entertainment to the Sound Lab because for every 5 phone calls we got for recording sessions, we got 2 phone calls for people trying to rent clowns and bounce houses, jump houses, because they saw the name entertainment. They assumed that we could come out and do face painting, things of that nature. And so the reason why we went with Wow Event Solutions instead of Wow Entertainment, that was playing in the back of our minds. Do we plan to do clowns? Do we plan to do bounce houses and all that stuff? No.
It's funny that you bring up the bounce houses and stuff, because I went that route also by trying to do full party package deal. The problem with that was having reliable help. And with me, I'm the type of person, if you show up on time, you're late. I always try to show up early. And after a while, I did that for maybe about 5 years or so. After a while, I stopped doing the tables and chairs and the tents, the bounce house, popcorn machine, which it was doing good, but it was a lot more work than me doing production stuff.
Yeah.
And after I left that alone, I started selling everything off, and before you know it, people was calling me more. Hey, we need tables and chairs. Nope, call so I'm not messing with it no more.
See,
now that still goes back to the same thing. Now I'm doing less gigs, making more money versus y'all. Anybody ever had to move a 5-in-1 bounce house before?
No.
Yeah, that I had an 8-foot F-150 at the time, and that thing would take up the entire bed of your truck. So that's the type of stuff that I used to deal with. I would never do that route again.
See, and that's that's the whole thing is like you got to do what works for you, what you enjoy. Is you might be into bounce houses, but for me,
hey, the kid.
Yes, sir.
What kind of DJing do you do?
Right now, I'm inactive. I'm mostly gonna be doing production stuff. Right now, I haven't really got into it.
Oh. I guess he's.
What happened? Ooh.
Hey, he's inactive. He said it.
It looked like he may have lost internet or something. Real quick, we're gonna shout out the chat box. DJ Bit Scully, salute fellow Fleet DJ, and we got DJ Dino Bland. I'm trying to figure out what 0 millimeters stands for, but elaborate. Maybe it's the center pitch on the pitch slider.
0%.
All right, so I think we touched a lot of topics, a lot of good conversation. We're about 20 minutes over the scheduled time. It's like that every week, though, right?
Every week,
Yeah.
you don't want to get
Pretty
off,
much.
man.
Yeah, so I just want to everybody to take an opportunity to say some closing remarks, tell the people how to reach you and all that good stuff. We can start with DJ Tony Rome.
Okay, DJ Tony Rome, Boogie Down Bronx, New York City area. Reach me at Zucker Entertainment on LinkedIn or ZZUCKAENT@gmail.com. Do corporate events. Basically, I'll do anything as long as it's reasonable. I have no problems with it. But as I said, mostly corporate events. If you're in that realm, please reach out to me. Thank you.
All right, DJ D Spaz.
All right, D Spaz. You can reach me at djdspaz@gmail.com. My Facebook fan page, DJ D Spaz. Instagram, DJ D Spaz. Twitter, DJ D Spaz. I'm pretty much open to any events. I don't do teeny boppers. I don't do teeny bopper parties. I don't do those. That's the ones I don't do. I'm sorry. I just don't do those. But yeah, hit me up. 757.
All right,
I'm
DJ
here.
Red.
All right, The Real DJ Red. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, The Real DJ Red with 2 D's. Don't forget the other D. You can also email me at loveexpressdjs@gmail and soundtightentertainment@gmail. I pretty much do everything. I love music. Just like Spaz, I don't do teeny bopper stuff, but I do have a DJ that will do it for you.
There you go. I'll send J-Rock out there.
No.
One of our DJs that does that. My brother's me and my brother started the business together. My brother's godson, he's of that age. We make sure that his music is clean. We give him the equipment. He goes do it. We don't mess with that. I do a prom, but I'm not gonna do no teeny
Yeah,
bopper.
I do a prom.
Yeah, I'll do a prom. I'll do a Sweet 16, but you want me to come and do a teeny bopper party? Right playing wrong man.
All right.
All right, the kid. How can the people reach you?
Facebook, Kenyon Ellis. Twitter, the kid KYDD 007. Instagram, the kid. You can find me in a lot of the Facebook chat rooms, Serato Nation, Atlanta DJ Zone, ATL DJ Presents The Green Room. We also have an event coming up. There's a group, Sunday City Cyphers, which the DJ Day Out, I think is number 7 or 8 we got coming up here in Atlanta in the next couple of weeks. So you can find me somewhere there.
All right, cool. I'm J Rock. Follow me on Instagram at PlayMyDemo. www.playmydemo.com. All the contact information is there. Don't forget to hit that like button, which is round about here. Hit that subscribe button and the notification button. Pardon the knuckles, I've been working. I ain't beat up nobody though. And I want to thank y'all for tuning in, checking us out. I want to thank the panel, a group of talented DJs. You know, we take this craft serious. And of course, the views that we express are of just stuff that we've been through. You know, so we're not knocking nobody. You know, so we don't want you to think that it's like, but every person is entitled to run their business the way they see fit, the way that works for them or not. That's your prerogative as well. And so, as usual, Empower DJs on Facebook. Make sure y'all go ahead and join that group. We about to revive that baby. And also, make sure you subscribe to this video and share it. Also, consider become a Patreon member today. Patreon is a tool that we plan to use to help us do more of these videos and be able to go to different cities and host these talks live. You know, bring in a group of 25, 30 DJs and do these live. That's the ultimate goal. So become a Patreon member. you can help that mission, that vision come to fruition. But I appreciate y'all. Don't forget, next Monday, 9 p.m., we'll be back. If you're interested in hopping on a panel or got a topic that you would like for us to discuss, be sure to hit up the comment box and, we'll see if we can get it on for you. Peace.
Welcome to the low life.